I just didn't know what I was doing wrong. I had trained, I had passed my check ride. This had never happened to me before. I was a young pilot. I had just gotten my certificate in April of 2001. This was in Europe at the time. I did my certificate in Germany, and I decided to fly to places that I hadn't been to before. So I decided to take an airplane that I had trained on, and it was an uneventful flight, and I was enjoying myself. It was beautiful weather, it was sunshine. I came into land and I appeared to misjudge my flare on landing. And keep in mind, I had probably 5 hours of post-check ride experience to my name, so I was really, really novice. I ended up doing a 3-point landing, so landing on all 3 wheels at once. In German, we called it kangarooing at the time. So I was bouncing off the runway, and it bounced twice, and each of those oscillations was getting higher. And that really scared me, so I did the only sensible thing that I knew how to do, was full throttle and go around. I went around, I did another circuit of the pattern, came in, same approach, and the same thing happened again. I radioed and I went around again. I was up in the pattern and starting to feel really helpless. And I heard a voice on the radio, Delta Echo Victor India Papa, "Do you need some help?" And it was a local flight instructor from the field, and he had heard my rather anxious radio calls. And I said, yeah, I absolutely need some help. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, and I don't think I can land. And he said to me, okay, why don't you just do a couple of laps in the pattern and just calm down and just stay up there. You're fine. I've got my eyes on you, got binoculars. I'm going to talk you down. I did 2 laps in the pattern just to sort of calm my nerves. And he said, okay, you're on downwind. I see you. I'm watching you, and just do exactly what I say. He literally talked me down from the pattern to the runway and helped me to land safely. Obviously, I was very shook up when I landed, and I got out of the plane, and I second-guessed every one of my life choices up to that point. I didn't think I could be a pilot. Who was I kidding myself, trying to think that I could actually do this? And he came over and said to me, you know, I saw what happened. You know, you're fine. Do you want to just go up and do a couple of landings with me? I'll sit in the right seat and just do some landings with you so that you just can gain your confidence back. And I explained to him that I had literally just gotten my certificate 2 or 3 months earlier, and I was still very novice at this, and I was still learning how to do these things. And he said, no, that's no problem. No problem at all. Let's go and do a couple of landings. I was in such a state that I think every landing just got worse, and I was just very, very anxious and very nervous. And he said to me, okay, listen, I have a student who needs some cross-country time. So how about I sit next to you and I fly back with you to your home airport. My student will fly behind us and pick me up and take me home. And we went back to my home airport, and it was uneventful, and he helped me land the airplane. I think I learned a bunch of really important lessons that day. As a new pilot, I had so many things left to learn about landings and different conditions, about the fact that the aircraft wanted to fly when I didn't want it to fly. I also learned that it's not wise to fly with resignation, right? One of our hazardous attitudes. I also learned that I should never be too proud to accept help when help is offered to me. As we were pushing the aircraft back into the hangar, the instructor said to me, we pilots, we watch out for each other because that's how we stay alive.